shortwave. Take it down, quick. What's it say? Ah, shut up. What'd that mean? You too?
Be sure and tell him Large Marge sent ya.
Hey, we ordered the damn shit. But we're hungry, not because we wanted to fuck around. So don't cuss me, fucking ugly bitch.
What? Cha-cha-cheetah. Free bicycle.
That's right. You walking or what? Ooh, with that smooth beat. It's going to give you a smooth voice on this one. That's right, baby. You're tuned in to the one and only Three-Wheel Bicycle Podcast. As always, we got another amazing show for you. We got a long-time listener, supporter of the podcast. We're going to be giving her a call here shortly. Of course, we're gonna let you hear because we are in your ear. Some of them upcoming events around town. We're also gonna discuss, I don't know, just weird random shit that I find on the internet. Per usual. Some more facts about the United Kingdom. We're going to give you that daily, or not daily, weekly, some history. A national day today? I guess it's not even today. Because we are in the future. That's right, you're tuned in to that Three-Wheel Bicycle Podcast. I'm your host, Stevie V. Still waiting on Tiffany Amber. See, I messed it up. Nonetheless. Ooh. And the one behind those funky sounds. Josh and Cha-cha. Welcome to the show. Oh, wrong one. There we go.
I'm not recording on a button.
Yeah, fuck it. We're just We're always trying new things.
Hell yeah, that was badass.
It was. Shit in a shoe, call me blue. How the hell are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. That was fun. That was a little live mix thing.
It was.
Push a button and let it
Sorry,
play.
I was like grabbing your arm.
Yeah, I was like, it's just habit. It's like I gotta hit the button. No, don't hit the button.
Oh, man. Hell yeah. Well, welcome, everybody, to another wonderful episode, Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast. We're coming at you on a Sunday morning. It's Thursday here right now, but hey, it does not matter.
Right.
We really appreciate everybody, as always.
Hell yeah.
Would you think about that cover art on the last episode with Liberty?
Oh, that shit's awesome. I love it. I love it.
Just so the funny thing about it is so after we did last week's show, when we went upstairs and shit, and then there was that wig sitting out there and put it on Liberty. That was fucking amazing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Speaking of last week, thanks, Jed, for hopping on with that Tata's Gym.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Ooh, Dolly, pardon my French bulldog.
Huh?
Isn't she a French bulldog? No. She's English bulldog.
Yeah.
God damn it. That would have been cool. Dolly, pardon my French bulldog.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. So speaking of the cover art, so this week's cover art, it's the painting that the Middle of the Road podcast commissioned me to do. Shout out to them guys.
Hell yeah. Woo woo.
Holy moly. So bad to the bone. I don't even know how to explain it. Thank you guys, because you you broke like a little spell. What could you say?
Yeah,
you
sure,
know,
yeah.
you hit a little.
A nerve?
Well, not a nerve.
But like a good nerve. Like
No.
Yeah, you're right.
A slump, I guess you
Got
would
us
say.
out of a slump?
Well, like when you don't sell anything for quite a while, and then, it's like, fuck yeah. The other thing I wanted to say about that painting, the funny thing is I even sent a Snapchat to Casey because the shit was so funny. After they asked me to do it, or he did, I was like, oh man. And the interview that I thought right away in my head was, you got a guy out there hollering my name, right?
Right? Oh, yeah.
So that was like the inspiration off of it. It was just funny because Casey was like, hey, will you paint this? And then I was just hollering mine.
Hell yeah.
But that's going to be in the mail. That sucker's getting boxed up for you guys. I'm throwing some other little things in there for you guys too, just because you guys fucking rock.
For sure.
And you just keep rolling. That's right, baby. All right. So some upcoming events that we got coming up sooner than later. September 15th, our man with the Little Molin Books, he's going to be down at Art 321.
Yeah.
$30. Get your tickets. And you get a free book with it as well. So
Sweet.
Hop, skip on, do your thing. Get on down there.
Yeah, you want one of them books, dude, for real.
Yeah, because they're amazing. And if you go and check out our older episodes, he's on a couple of them.
Hell yeah.
Of course, September 17th, Canton, South Dakota.
Woo, woo.
We're going to be down there. Oh, man, this is going to be so badass.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Small business alternative thing. If you get a hold of us, you can actually get your tickets for $10 a piece rather than $15. If you go on over to the event that's been shared on the Facebook, you can get your tickets on there.
Hell yeah.
So many people that's going to be there. I'm excited to see that Nick Gibbs guy.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a bunch of.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
And link up with all those people.
Right.
Hissy Fit, shout out to. She was just on the show a couple weeks ago.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be bad to the bone.
Yeah.
Canton, South Dakota.
Whoop whoop. Calm down, guys.
Yeah, easy,
We're trying to
easy.
do a show.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But he's getting rowdy in here. Let's see. September 23rd down at the Nicolason Art Museum. Neon in the Desert. Good friend Connie with Glow's going to be down there with a bunch of other amazing neon artists.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I know a guy that does that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out. Well, you're gonna
Shout
say
out
it
to him.
at some point, I'm sure.
If you would like to take a look, I guess, at some of the artwork, there is a link down below the show notes, and you can actually, if you click that, it links you up with the artwork, Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast, all the social media platforms that are on there, the TikToks, the flip flops, the whatnots.
Yeah. I said, calm down, fuckers.
Yeah, easy. And then a couple more events, and then we're gonna give Tammy a call. Oh, yep, there we go. I thought it was before, but it is not. September 30th. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck. Saturday Night Fights is going to be down at the fairgrounds.
Yeah?
We will be down there. It's always going to be an amazing time. If you're looking, don't quote me on this, but I can be about 99.9% sure if you get in touch with Lee in that Saturday Night Fights, that if you go follow that page, if you're some sort of amateur boxer, I'm sure that he's still looking for people to get lined up.
Fight?
Yep.
Sweet. Maybe I should do it. No, I've watched it. Too fat. Dude, I'd be done in half a first round. Outski. Those guys are tough. It's crazy.
You can get tickets for that down at Empire Hemp Company, located down on McKinley Street.
Yes.
Hell
yeah.
We're
conveniently where they're doing all the crazy. Well, it's on the other side of the construction, so.
Yeah.
But still.
They're open.
Freaking crazy down there.
Yeah. You know another crazy thing, that Elite Custom Apparel is in there too. And you can get t-shirts made.
Good stuff too.
They actually have CBD and hemp and all kinds of amazing products.
Sweet.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Two more, and then we're gonna shut the door. October 6th, the band Repent is gonna be kicking off their tour at Oil City Beer Company. Be sure to head on down to that. Them dudes always get down.
Right. I haven't seen them for a while. I need to check that out.
Yeah, they actually just came out with a physical copy of their CD.
Yeah, I saw that. That's cool.
Which is pretty badass.
Yeah, go get it.
Here was another thing that I personally just wanted to announce. If you have any sort of event, go ahead and just message the page, because then I will actually talk about it.
Right.
So today, shout out to Eric for letting us know about this. It's the Joker's Poker Shoot. You can win cash, money, support your local shooting range.
Sweet.
It's October 14th, 10 a.m., 6 p.m. at Stekanoff's Shooters Complex for all you gun-toting, big backpack-toting.
Three-wheelers?
Yeah. It's a 50-50 event. You can win half the pot, and the other goes to the Stekanoffs for new clay pigeon throwers.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, $25 for the first hand and 6 shots at $15 for each additional hand. Shoot 5 cards face down. Best hand wins half the pot.
Sweet. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So truly appreciate you sending that to us. Like I said, if you have any sort of event or what have you, just go ahead and send it right over.
Hell yeah.
Totally support local events and the worldwide ones as well.
Right.
We want to put eyes on. Well, I was
get
gonna
your shit out there.
Yeah. I fucked up. I thought I want to give your ears something to put your eyes on. Yeah, that's what it was.
There we go. Yeah. Perfect.
All right, Chicha. So, yeah, we should probably give her a call. Gonna take a little break real quick. We will be right back. Right back. And
After these messages.
That's
be
right.
back.
And we're going to be right back, like I said, with Tammy. Going to be debuting her single song poem. I'm not exactly sure what she would want to categorize it at.
As? Okay.
But
Yeah.
nonetheless, we'll be right back. Ooh. You don't have to be scared. We are right back here with you.
Hell yeah.
We are going to give Tammy a call. Okay, you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Super excited.
I am.
Are you ready, man?
Faux show.
Oh, hold on. Can you hear me?
It's that cord.
Oh, give me 1 second.
You gotta stick something underneath it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, cool.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. Enjoying my nice evening here.
Shit, chat. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me on.
Hey, you're very welcome. So let's see. How should we start this? Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
Yeah.
I am in a town called Lakewood in Washington State. It's literally right outside Tacoma, Washington. So
That is awesome.
That's far away.
yeah, I live right next to Tacoma. So
What's the weather like there?
Rain.
oh god, it was a gorgeous day today. I think it was about 70. It was like a perfect 70 degrees day. The sun's still out actually.
Sweet.
Really? It's fucking dark here, yo.
Well, shit, I haven't even watched my perfect sunset yet. I've still got the sun shining on my face, buddy.
Nice. Well, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, it's the
I
East
know.
Coast. It's the
It's
East Coast,
crazy that
man.
it's dark there already.
Yeah. No, she's on the West Coast.
Yes, I'm on the West Coast. Yep, Washington State.
Oh,
People always ask me, is it Washington, D.C.?
West
or
Coast.
I always have to say it's Washington State. Like, I'm a
Oh,
half
yeah,
an
you
hour
said-
drive away from Seattle.
you said Tacoma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tacoma.
My
Yeah.
wife's like punching me in the face in her head right now. What a dumbass.
Speaking of Tacoma, don't you remember we had this game?
Yep.
That was one of his fucking tracks. Either or. Well, shit.
I always grew up listening to that one song that was like Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA, and then it's like
Yeah.
all the way to Tacoma. And I always thought that I'm gonna get to fucking Tacoma, man.
Yeah, well, ooh. Dang. Are you ready for some questions? How the hell did you get out to Washington?
That's a long story. Actually, I was in a really bad marriage, and he actually kind of forced me to move out here. He wanted to actually live in like Portland and like Oregon, actually. But my job actually ended up, and he had a really bad criminal record, so we couldn't get any apartments in Oregon. Like, they literally would not rent to him. We ended up finding this private little place that these people owned. It was like a duplex complex. It actually had like 5 apartments in it, so it was like a stacked house, kind of split into apartments, you know.
Oh, shit,
Right.
They
yeah.
finally agreed to rent to us, and it was in Washington. It was a 30-minute drive from Portland, and I worked in Clackamas actually at the time, so that's like in Sunnyside, the Sunnyside Mall off 82nd, downtown Portland. It's a really bad area, actually. There's like prostitutes on the street, kind of shit, you know.
Fun.
Whoa, cool.
I love those places.
Yeah, so we were
Whoops.
actually staying on 82nd, and my kids would be like, "Mom, what the hell is that?" And I'd be like, "Just look the other way, baby." Because, you know, we were getting motels on this street, so I wouldn't have to drive that far to work, you know. So we were getting motels and, like, renting them for, like, a week at a time because they had, like, weekly rates that were, like, decently priced, you know.
Right.
Yeah. And that's how I kind of ended up on the West Coast. And, you know, my best friends have always lived out here. She's a removed military wife, so she's been out here for a long time. And she kind of helped me get out of my really shitty marriage. And she kind of brought me up here to the Tacoma area.
Yeah.
And I actually
shit,
love living out here. The moment I saw Mount Rainier, I kind of fell in love with the West Coast. So it was a long time coming. I came out here when I was about 30 years old to visit her when her children were little. And I fell in love with it then, and she's always been trying to get me out here since. So,
Hell yeah.
Shit, yeah.
yeah.
So how did you get into the whole poetry thing? Because you sent me, which I am so grateful for, that you sent me that so deep, and we got to share it with, you know, all the wonderful listeners and everything. How did you get into the poetry thing?
That is actually came out of some childhood trauma where my sister actually caught me self-harming for the first or second time. I was probably 9 years old. And instead of self-harming, she kind of got me into writing poetry, like song lyrics and stuff, just kind of like going through songs and writing lines like that. I mean, I was 8 or 9 years old. I don't remember. We were in our house in Spencer, but we shared a bedroom, and she kind of got me into listening to the song lyrics, and it kind of just came from that, where I would write out the words that meant the most to me, and I would kind of put them into lines that made sense to me. And that's kind of where it all started. So
Shit, yeah.
and then through like all my treatment and therapy, and they always gave me journals, so it kind of just, you know, it was something that I just always turned to internally, going through like my loss of my father and grieving and dealing with that through drug addiction and having to go to treatment and therapy as a teenager. And
Yeah. Well, you've been through some shit too.
Yeah, I've been through the ringer a time or two.
I can.
say.
All right, I will. I gotta say this. I do remember one time. I don't remember where the fuck I was getting shipped out to, but you were just coming from court or something like that. It was fucking years ago, but either. Yeah. Crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. When the prison guards would tell me I had the shackle walk fucking down to a T.
Well,
I called it my shuffle truffle.
well, I tell you what. One thing that I
shuffling in those bitches. You sure the fuck we're not stepping, bitch? You were shuffling your feet. So those
Word.
cuffs weren't cutting into your fucking ankles, man. They fucking hurt.
Yeah, and them fucking shitty ass little sandals.
The fucking chains they connected your fucking cuffs to your shackles with.
Oh,
I fucking
yeah.
hated that chain.
Well,
I could have fucking broke that chain a time or two. I fucking would have.
yeah. Well, I think it's well, obviously one thing that always really inspires me, I guess, is the fact that, you know, people from, you know, hard comings and everything are doing shit. And the fact that, you know, you're doing this poem stuff. And another thing, and please don't get mad at me, you auditioned for American Idol. Was that correct?
No, The Voice.
The Voice. That's what it was. God damn it. I knew it was one of them. I'm sorry.
American Idol actually has an age cap out at 28.
Okay. Tell me how that experience was.
Idol past the age of 28, actually. So I've actually auditioned for The Voice 3 times. I've had a lot of good feedback from like the directors that do the auditions that have told me not to quit. I've been told once that they didn't pick me because the type of artist I was, they already had all the slots filled for that type of artist.
Right.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the times when I've auditioned, it's been like the last city on the slot, you know, because it's the West Coast, it's the closest to home. So it's their last audition stops, you know? And so I guess that's kind of backfired on me a time or two when it's come to things like that.
You should come audition in Wyoming. they don't even show up here, but just tell them you're from Wyoming.
So it's usually like Philadelphia. There's always one down west, like Georgia or Atlanta, Tennessee.
They don't do it in Denver?
There's always one down there somewhere in one of those states. And then there's always a West Coast one, of course. It's like Vegas, LA.
Right.
I think one time they came to Seattle, but I wasn't in a position where I could actually get to an audition and make it. But yeah, I went to Vegas once. I've auditioned in LA, and then the last time I auditioned was in San Francisco, and that was the time they told me that they really liked my voice, they really liked my style as like an artist, as how I presented myself, and they told me not to stop on my music because they could tell that I had a lot of experience with singing. I've always done like theater and church choirs and stuff like that. I've actually led church before, like been in charge of like picking the choir music and stuff like that and leading worship. And
right.
So I've done a lot in music. I went to college for music. I just recently during COVID picked up all the shit to have my own home studio and teach myself music production. So that's what I've been working on now.
So
that's awesome.
Is that what this wonderful song is that you sent me?
That's an honest answer.
What's that? Sorry.
It's a lot more work than I thought it would be, like putting it
production
all
and stuff. Yeah.
And the production side of it, and like all the things you have to know that go into music. And I actually just recently met somebody who's been a producer for over 20 years who actually is the person who did the studio track I sent you guys. And he actually is the one that kind of brought it to light that like, well, I could actually have something here, you know, like with someone who actually knows what they're doing and how to like produce a track, you know. So he's stepped up to kind of mentor me actually. And so that's been really awesome.
So this track that you sent, is this like the debut?
No, this is like the rawest cut I've ever done actually with an actual producer. It is my very first demo track technically. We have only sat down once and actually talked about it because the sound that he has going on it is kind of not the sound that I kind of envisioned for the song. So we're kind of working that out as him being my producer and me being the artist and what I kind of envisioned for this song.
Right.
But this song is actually something I envisioned as like an open verse challenge kind of song where I would leave the third verse open for other artists to
Right.
write. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I play it now?
Of course. Yeah, that would be lovely. I've actually had all the people that have listened to it have said they really enjoyed it. So I've actually been willing to actually share it. So yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm sorry, Josh. I already heard it. I listened to it earlier. So this is Josh's first time.
Okay.
Oh,
And well, I
first
guess
time
our
hearing it.
listeners.
Yes.
And our
the
listeners.
For sure.
So that's about us. All right, here we go.
It was you that came my hips, the shape of these lips. Is it these eyes that look right through you? I wish that you could see the things you do to me. And I wonder how deep is your love for me? Tell me, when you look, what do you see? How deep is your love for me? Does it only go skin deep? 'Cause I can't believe that you could love me so weakly. You see, I'm just the kind that only knows how to do things deeply, and I can't settle for some shallow kind of love. So boy, I wanna know, how deep is your love for me? Tell me, when you look, what do you see?
Oh yeah. That was badass.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, you're very welcome.
You're a good ass singer.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hadn't heard
Actually,
that.
it's kind of funny because I don't actually enjoy listening to my own voice.
Oh, I don't either.
Yeah.
I hate it.
So I actually record tracks like 1,000 times before I actually select one that I actually will like lay down on a song.
Oh, I'm sure. I can imagine.
Hold on one second. My son just came outside because he can't live his life without me, I guess. So
Sweet.
I told you that. What you want?
I'm hungry.
I will come in and make dinner as soon as I'm done.
Okay.
I promise. Now go.
Just want grilled cheese.
I know you want to. Okay, go.
Damn it.
Love you. Okay, close the door. Bye. Adulting.
Hey,
As a
that's
mother.
amazing. Just gonna let you know that's not
Only
getting
he just wants
edited
the
out.
grilled cheese, man.
Hell yeah.
Like the only thing that'll make this kid happy is a grilled cheese, and I can totally live with that.
I want a grilled cheese too.
Hey, did you know this is something that was kind of interesting, I guess. How much time do you have, Tammy?
I mean, they're gonna get dinner whenever they get it at the end of the day.
Touche. You like that? That was a ram.
So That's kind of how we roll in my house. But my child was like, the funny thing is he was spam calling me on Messenger before he came outside, and he was like mean, and I was like, dude, he already messaged me. He's like, it's past dinner time, because our dinner time's usually like 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
But
I
I've been
forgot.
working
Yeah.
a new job, so I haven't been getting home till around 5 or 5:30. So they're not about it.
Hey, did you
They're
know?
not about the new job. And
Right.
anyway, what were you gonna tell me?
Did you know that if you coat pumpkins with a floor cleaner, it preserves them for a whole year?
Floor cleaner.
I did not know that.
Now, what type of floor cleaner are we talking here?
Ooh, good
Like
question.
Pine-Sol floor cleaner?
I'm not 100%.
That's what I think of when I think of floor cleaner.
That-
Yeah,
me too.
same here.
Me too.
It was like a
Right.
crazy meme that fucking my mom sent
I've
me.
heard the safest way to preserve your pumpkins if you're going to set them outside, though, because animals like to eat them,
Yeah.
obviously, at the end of the day, because they are food, is to actually soak them in vinegar, and it will preserve them and keep them from getting, like, moldy, and it's safe for the animals, whereas, like, people soak them in bleach or all that other crazy shit.
Yeah, and people
But
are
if you
the
soak
only
them
thing.
in vinegar, it's the most natural way to keep them preserved and not harm the animals.
Right. And animals don't like vinegar, except for humans. Humans like vinegar.
Yeah, I don't imagine they would want to eat your pumpkin if you soaked it in vinegar either. So
Right.
Well, here's another question that comes to mind. Why would you want to preserve your pumpkin?
yeah, why would you want to keep it for a whole year? Why would I need to put my pumpkin in floor cleaner to keep it for a whole year? What the fuck am I doing with a pumpkin for a whole year?
So you can have your Christmas lights up. You can have the turkey on your door. You can have your pumpkin sitting on the porch. You're good for all.
Well, you know what a real
You don't
farmer's
ever have
daughter
to-
like me does with their pumpkins, right? You carve the
Smash 'em?
pumpkin, you take the pictures, you put it out for like 2 days, you bring it back inside. You cut that bitch in half and you roast it, and you make pumpkin for your pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving with that
Yeah,
bitch.
and then
And-
pumpkin
Let's see, at the
seeds.
end of the
We
day,
used-
we ain't
yeah.
wasting food in the country, yo.
Mhm.
We used to do the seeds all the time.
We do the seeds. We do the seeds. But I'm not gonna lie, like now that I have kids and I live in the city, I'll let that shit sit out there till it rots, and I make my kids carry it to the dumpster.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Did you
They
ever
carved that
smash a
bitch. They wanted
pumpkin?
to carve the fucking pumpkin. They can carry that bitch to the dumpster.
Right?
Were you a pumpkin smasher?
You know what? I never was a pumpkin smasher. You know what I was though? I was the bitch with the eggs and the TP.
Oh,
I was a real fuckhead, and I was also the kid that would put the dog shit in the bag and light it on fire.
Oh, fair
on Halloween.
yeah,
I love to do that
yeah,
kind of shit.
yeah. You kind of came across as a fire dog poop fire starter.
I'm not gonna lie. My friends had a shed in their backyard, and I totally lit it on fire. But at the end of the day, I did call the
Wow.
911 and tell them that there was a fire. Like, hey, this bitch is burning down, and I can't put it out. And my friend was so mad. He's like, "You're not allowed. You're not allowed in the club no more, Tammy."
I did the same thing.
I was like, "Fine."
I did the same
That's
thing, except
fine.
for it took our fence and the neighbor's whole fence and their whole shit.
Well, you know, the good thing about my fire is it didn't burn nothing down but their little cool little fort. And I did feel bad about it at the end of the day, but at least nothing else burnt down.
I was just lighting grass on fire by the fence, and it
I was one of those kids, like, even now to this day, I can go out in the woods and forage and light a fucking fire.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
me too. For sure.
I am a fire starting queen. Like,
I have
Have you ever done a bow drill or just like stick on wood? A friction
you
fire?
know, I have never been able to do that where they, like,
Dude, it's
do
hard.
this. I've
That
tried
shit's hard.
several
I'm too
times
old,
where
man. My muscles get too weak. I can't get her done. It's crazy. I've tried it. It's
I've
really
never been
hard.
able to do it, but I'm one of those people that, like, if I'm really actually going out in the woods to do something like that, I'd have the flint box with me.
Right.
You know?
Oh, I'm gonna have a lighter. in my pocket.
would you? Ooh, here's a good
Well,
question
I'm a
for
pothead,
you.
so I always got a lighter because I need something to light my weed with.
Word.
Hell yeah.
Would you be carrying a Italian boba water with you?
Oh,
What the
what?
fuck is that?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
You've never seen one?
An Italian
No,
boba
you know what
water?
I would have
Yeah.
with me? A flint box and a fishing pole, and I think that'd be set in the wilderness.
And a bow, a long bow. I need a bow.
Well,
Well, I could make my own boat out of shit in the woods.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I'm one of those crazies. Like,
Okay.
I'm okay out in the wild.
imagine this. Imagine this. You got a cup of water. Okay.
Cup of water.
Yep. And
Okay.
some mozzarella, like the balls.
Uh-huh.
And then you throw them in there.
Like boba.
Yeah, that's an Italian poop.
It's mozzarella in water.
Yeah, balls.
Okay, so I got a cup of water and mozzarella. What else?
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. All right.
Yeah, you just throw it in there, shake it up. It's an Italian boba.
That's
Wonderful.
an Italian boba, huh?
Yeah.
It's Mott's.
That's hilarious.
It's Mott's.
Here's another thing.
Well, the good thing is I love that fucking fresh mozzarella ball shit. They make.
Yeah, that shit's
Yeah,
good.
you just throw it in water, shake that shit up.
Delicious. I gotta put vodka in there.
Jared.
I like your style. He's like, I gotta put vodka in there.
Jared sent this to me. This is pretty funny. Ugh, almost makes me want to gag too. If you take mayo and you mix it in ice cold water, it makes milk.
What? No, it does not.
Mayo and ice cold water.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Make milk.
At an instant.
There's not even. No.
I'm just gonna say
It makes
this,
white water.
it makes real milk.
It makes white water that tastes like
What the fuck?
mayo.
Oh, I love it when people respond to stuff. Thank you.
That's the most random thing too.
It is.
Mayo and water make milk.
Ice water. It's got to be ice water.
Yep,
Oh,
it
it's
has
gotta
to be ice water.
Yeah, don't forget the ice water part.
Yeah. I wonder
Well,
cubes.
you're fucked in my house. You're lucky if the ice cube tray is filled because they empty that shit and never refill it.
I hear you.
That's life with children. I feel like. I feel that ice tray 5 times, still empty.
Gotta get one of them fancy ass fridges that do it itself.
I know. I'm not there yet. So
Me either. Maybe when I retire.
actually, I've been looking at property. I want to build my own house. I'm one of those weirdos. Like, I want to do it myself. I don't want
Huh.
some cookie cutter fucking house that's already been built.
Word.
I want to design my own house.
Yeah, that'd
So
be cool.
I've actually been looking at land for sale.
Hell yeah.
But my dreamland right now is 27 acres and it's only 500 grand. So if I could get that, I'd be in heaven. I keep
Right.
a watch on it. I have like a profile watch on it, like at all times,
Hell yeah.
Uh,
just to make sure it hasn't been sold yet.
Right?
Hey,
For real.
I have another question for you.
Okay.
Do you know why there are 3 lines on a school bus? Those black lines?
3 lines on a school bus.
Like the
Yeah, on
ones
the
that go
side.
around the middle of it.
Yeah.
You know, I've never really thought about it. I just thought they were part of the paint job.
To break up the yellow so you see
So
it.
so if there is like an emergency, the firefighters know where to cut because that's where the seats are at.
Oh.
Holy shit. That's kind of morbid.
Word.
All right.
The kind of shit you hear and you're like, they thought about this. They
Yeah.
thought about having to cut my fucking children out of a fucking school bus.
Hey, these are crazy shits that I find on the internet.
It's kind of like, are you grateful that they have that at the end of the day kind of thing?
Ooh, that's very true. Solid point.
I mean, because if it was my child stuck in a school bus, I would want them to be able to get that shit done as fast as they fucking could, as safe as they fucking could.
Right.
Oh,
know what I
dear.
For
mean?
sure.
Who do you... Ooh, I was going to go somewhere else with this. Who do you think would win a fight? Dorothy from Wizard of Oz or Alice from Alice in Wonderland?
Alice.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland.
She's way tinier, but that bitch is crazy.
I wonder
She's
what
seen
kind
some
of
shit.
conversation they would have.
I mean,
Just think about this, though, because Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz technically got carried away by a tornado and carried to the land of Oz.
right.
She was
Alice,
dreaming.
She
right?
got knocked
Such a
the fuck
crazy
out,
bitch.
though.
Alice is such a crazy bitch that the world she lived in was her own fucking wonderland she created.
Right.
So,
Right.
Mhm.
think about the psychoticness that went into the mind that created Alice in Wonderland.
Right.
Yeah.
I can
Period.
picture the two of them.
I don't
and
think I need to say anything else.
Dorothy's
Alice would
like-
hands down
Dorothy's
rip
yeah,
Dorothy apart.
yeah. Dorothy's like, oh, my dog, and I gotta go help my
Yeah,
uncle.
exactly. Dorothy's
Yeah.
like
Till the
sweet
field
little
and-
Southern girl that doesn't know what the fuck just happened.
Alice is like, look at this
Meanwhile,
flower.
Alice
I'm gonna
is like-
fucking chop its head off.
Alice is like the rich white daughter that's ready to fucking mass murder everybody.
I picture her as like the old tweaker lady I knew when I was 13 now. That it just runs around with no fucking hair anymore and is just like.
Oh. Oh. Are you ready
God,
for
I
this?
Alice would
one
be
of
so
those.
fucking out by this time.
Speaking
So
of
fucked up.
You know what's
tweakers.
crazy? Because living in the city, I see some messed up stuff, but I see some people that are trying to get help mentally, but they
Right.
have got put on drugs that they've gotten worse addicted to, like benzos.
Oh, the city
and
is
they'd be
crazy.
walking down the street. They'd be walking down the street asking for a cigarette, and they're like scratching at themselves, and they've scratched all their hair away. They literally
Right.
have no hair on their head. And it's sad to see that kind of shit. And you just wish
It
you could
is.
help them. But at the end of the day, like, I have my own problems and my
Word.
own responsibilities.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Like-
And yes, I go out of town for work all the time. I go to like Oklahoma City and
Mm-hmm.
go to like Houston and Texas and all these other places. And I was born
Yeah.
and raised in Casper, Wyoming. And I try to tell like my parents and shit that I've never been to cities like that. I'm like, you have no idea
Right.
what it's like. It's
Right.
crazy.
Dude, I met this guy, and the life that he's lived, and I've, like, gotten to know him over the past 2 years. He's been trying to date me, and I keep telling him no. He's younger than me, and he's got, like, 4 baby mamas that are crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm not signing up for that. But the life that he's been through, like, living here and the type of women that he's known, is just sad.
It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
At the end of the day, like,
What do they
it's
look
sad.
like? Describe them to our listener.
The ladies.
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't want
Oh,
to talk
fucking
bad on
Mike.
anybody at the
Oh,
end of the day,
no.
but these
Yeah,
women
I
are
do know.
like,
Yeah.
they're like the term trap queen, knowing a dude
Right.
makes good money but never wanted kids but gets pregnant after saying they were on birth control or that they put a hole in a condom or some shit, you know? Like,
Yeah, because they want
'cause
some
at the
money.
end of the day, this guy never
Getting
wanted
draped.
kids.
Trade.
Never wanted kids. And he's got 6. Like,
Damn.
and he's
he
got 5
Mormon?
baby mamas. And he's a great guy at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, like, your baby mamas are psycho.
You should tell him
I
to move
bet.
to Utah.
Yeah.
He'd fucking be
Yeah. Join
right in the fucking group.
join the cult.
But I don't think it's his fault that he's grown up around these women. Like,
Right,
he's known a
right.
lot of them since high school, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
one of them he has 2 children with. One of them he's known since he was 15, and all the guys in the group will say that that bitch, like, straight up stalked him, and he would, like, hide from her. And, like, when you hear shit like that, you gotta wonder, like, what is it about this guy that these girls wanted so bad that they trapped him into having children with them?
Right.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it is what it is, but, like, who the fuck does that?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's some crazy
crazy.
manipulative shit at the end of the day. Like, it's just straight manipulative.
Yeah.
And, like, these women want to look at me and fucking hate me, but I'm looking at them like, bitch, don't say shit to me because I will put my fist to your fucking mouth.
Right.
Period.
Hell yeah.
One of them actually showed up on my doorstep and was like, this is the skinny white bitch you've been talking to? Like, this bitch? Like, she was straight talking shit about me being a skinny white bitch. And I was like, excuse me? My child is literally watching your child right now, and you are talking shit about me and fighting with your whatever he is in front of all of our children. Not
Right.
just your children or my children, like all of our children. Like, you're causing drama on the block I live on in front of all of our children. Like,
What
that's
kind
some
of
fucked
gang
up
sign
shit.
did she throw up?
What?
Yeah. What kind of gang sign did she throw up?
She didn't throw up any gang signs. She just looked at me and I looked at her and I said, look, I don't know what your relationship with this man is, but I've known him for 2 years. I don't know who the fuck you are,
Hell yeah.
but you can't show up where I fucking live and talk like that at me in front of our children.
Oh, for
and
sure.
Call yourself a respectable woman at the end of the day, because like I would never do some shit like that to you.
Word.
I don't give a fuck if it's over a man or not, because at the end of the day, I'm a mother, dude.
Right?
Period. And
Yeah.
I do not want to see my children having that shit in front of them. And your children are much younger than mine. And the fact that you're okay with your children seeing you act that way over a man, it's kind of like shows how much self-respect you have in my book. Like, I don't know.
Word.
I'm not that woman. So at the end of the day, I've totally like cut this man out of my life and just
Good.
told him like, I'm not the one. Like, no, dude, I'm not signing up for this. Like, I gotta have more self-respect for myself and not settle for some crazy.
Shit, yeah. You know,
I don't care how much I like you at the end of the day or how good you fuck me.
Yeah, word.
Period. Like, it ain't worth all that.
This, you know, it's kind of crazy. Cool, maybe not cool, but it like goes into like this. Excuse me. Next little segment, I guess, maybe not segment or whatever, but last week I started a thing. The new listener. So to the new listeners.
Okay, I actually listened.
excuse-
Was actually like mad because I commented on a couple of your podcasts, but then it wouldn't let me come back and comment again.
Really?
And I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to listen to the whole podcast before I comment. So
Good.
I can write
Fuck
all the
yeah.
comments and thoughts I wanted to about the fucking podcast. And then I forgot it the next time I listened, and I got excited and I like commented about Medusa on your you know, because I liked that one. Because I'm totally into like Medusa and goddesses and mythology and all that shit, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's obviously truly appreciate you commenting. The crazy thing is like I can't see the actual like comment unless I like.
What?
Well, I can if I turn the. Okay, so when I go to my computer and then go to like that platform, then it'll, because then I can actually like see everything.
Right.
On my phone, it doesn't show shit or.
You know, I found that with a lot of different platforms that I use. That if I go to like an actual computer desktop, they work a lot better, which is weird.
Mm-hmm. Well, I started. Okay, so we got listeners from different countries.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. That's badass, dude.
Yeah, and so I wanted to like try to find out different shit. Not shit, literally.
For sure.
About
like what they've learned in their cultures about it.
Yeah. So last week was the United Kingdom. They were the first on the list, other than the United States. Here are some other facts about the United Kingdom, just because I thought they were pretty interesting, and everybody's gonna learn shit. That's the wonderful thing about Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast. That's right. Keep calm and carry on is a slogan that they created. Because
I love that slogan. I've told myself that so many fucking times.
Yeah, it's because if the Nazis came over and invaded them, keep calm and carry on.
Yep.
You know, that's really crazy because I've actually kind of studied both sides of that, because if you know anything about like my dad's family that adopted him, they were actually Jewish, and they changed their name, and they got out of Germany before
Crazy.
the World War II. They got out after World War One, actually, when it all began with the Nazis. And one of my most prized possessions is a German Bible that was actually one of the style Bibles that was burned by all the Nazis. And
Crazy.
it's wrote in German. It is, the oldest date I found in it is 1917.
Wow.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
And it's got some of the oldest maps in it I've ever seen about like old school Palestinian times and Jericho and Jerusalem. And
You should take that shit to the Antiques Roadshow. I bet you
I'm
it's
not
worth
taking
money.
that shit nowhere. That shit ain't going nowhere. That is like
I bet you
my
that shit's
most
worth lots of
prized
money.
possession, dude. I don't want anybody to even touch it.
Right. Oh, just to find out what it's worth.
Hey, did you know that?
It's like one of those things that it's invaluable to me regardless. So,
Right.
because it's a part of a family that I wasn't actually blood-born into. My dad grew up in foster care. His dad kicked him out because he didn't know if he was the lover of his wife's like cheater, you know, like. So my uncle is not my dad's full-blood brother. Technically, it's a question or a pop-up if my dad is his dad's birth certificate like dad, or if it's his mom's other lover, you know? So he was kicked out with his brother, and his mother were all kicked out of the home, and he grew up in foster care because the mother actually couldn't provide for him and his brother. So him and his brother grew up in a foster home together where they could never be adopted because they didn't have legal paperwork, because the dad made sure that they could never be adopted or anything.
Holy shit.
Yeah, my dad had a crazy childhood, and he was born in like 1954, so he had a rough go of it as a child. He remembers like being on the street at like 5 with his little brother, making sure him and his little brother had meals.
Crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, he told me some messed up stories about like before he ended up in foster care. But he ended up running away from the state foster care system because of how fucked up it is in South Dakota.
Fuck. Well, Tammy, I hate to cut you off. We got to get out of here.
Well, you guys have a great night. I gotta go make my kids dinner. So.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Truly appreciate you
Grilled cheese.
being on the show. Yeah.
Well, thanks for chatting with me.
Hey, you're very welcome.
Hell yeah.
And you guys have a great rest of your night. And I can't wait to take a listen to the show when I'm just a listener.
For sure.
For sure.
Well, it's
You
good
guys
talking
have a
to
great
you.
night.
You
Thanks
too.
for having me on.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
Good night.
I opened that one and I already have one opened.
Fuck yeah, bud.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Tammy,
For sure.
for giving us a few minutes. She had sent us, I always say, It's like time traveling. She sent us that track, How Deep, that she just, yeah.
Yeah. Good singer, man. It's pretty good vocals and shit.
She got pretty deep into the conversation.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we was getting deep.
That's right. And it was so badass because truly appreciate everybody. Well, we always fucking appreciate everybody, but callers, people that comment, share the content,
Right.
you know, just all that good stuff.
All of the above. Like, share, follow, all that stuff. We don't ever say that. I think it's cool that we don't say it. Like, every other one says that shit every fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah, well,
I don't know about you listeners out there, three-wheelers, but I think it's cool.
yeah, because we appreciate you.
Yeah. Like, share, follow. Like, share, follow. Or whatever the fuck it is. Something like that.
Yeah, we appreciate
Should
everybody.
turn that into a song. Like, share, follow. Boom, boom,
A couple more United Kingdom facts, because that was the second most listeners was United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Did you know that British people drink 165 million cups of tea a day?
I didn't know that number, but I would imagine it was something like that. It's like a, or I don't know, not a tradition, but, or I guess whatever. That's a thing.
Yeah, that's like what they.
That's what you do.
I don't know
Like
if it's
when they come to America, the motherfuckers are drinking tea.
Yeah.
At the time that they're supposed to drink tea when they're at home.
Some people like sweetened tea more than unsweetened tea.
Me personally,
Or you
I
listen-
never was much of a tea drinker till I started going down to Texas to work. And every restaurant has sweet tea and not sweet. It just depended. I don't like mine super sweet. I'm like half and half. If I go to a restaurant and it's super sweet, then I ask them for another glass of unsweetened tea, and then I dilute it.
What about sun tea?
Love me some sun tea. Annette's mom makes like some of the best tea I've ever. I don't know if she does it in the sun though. But either way, it's in a big old jug like you make sun tea, and she puts like orange juice and lime juice and stuff in there. It's good as hell.
Throws it on the porch.
Right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. My grandma used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sun tea.
What are you doing? My mom would, yeah. We're like, what are you doing? Oh, making tea.
That's because I'm just now thinking about maybe sun tea was a thing because the water was so fucking gross that you had to keep it out in the sun, so the sun kills all the shit in there. The lime juice, the lemon juice, and whatever else you put in the tea.
But will the bacteria still be in the jar though?
UV kills all that shit. That's
fucking sun tea in the sun.
I've never looked that up, but that might be why that became a thing, possibly.
Yeah, if anybody knows the actual answer to that, go ahead and send us a message on the Spotify, the Google, wherever you listen to this wonderful podcast at.
Wherever you get your podcasting.
Yeah. We're down in the basement right now. Hopefully our voices are good
down in the basement too.
Here's another little fun fact for you about the United Kingdom.
Ooh.
London was actually the first ever.
Bridges falling down? Sorry, I had to.
Ooh, good one. I thought that was the trombone. No.
That's the one you were supposed to do.
They had the very first ever underground subway.
I knew that.
Dude, well, I don't know. I guess you have been on the East Coast, I guess, to New York and stuff. Did you ever go? Did you ever go down
into the subway?
Yeah.
Yes.
How was that for you?
I can't say I went down into the subway. I rode on a train from New Jersey to New York, and we got out of the subway So I guess so, yeah. I think so. I don't know. My wife is probably like, when she listened to this, be like, "You dumbass, you didn't go in the subway. It was just the A train or whatever the
You
fuck."
were on the middle floor, dude.
But I don't remember like being down in a tunnel besides like a couple times. But I remember all the badass fucking graffiti and shit the whole way, like all the way through New Jersey. Like going down through the ghetto and shit. There was fucking crazy. It was cool.
I seen something. Well, I guess it has been a very big problem for a while in New York. The rat problem. Someone, when I was scrolling TikTok the other day, it was actually live in New York, like on the sidewalk, and seeing all them fucking rats, dude. Ugh.
See, I only went to Times Square, so I didn't see a bunch of rats and stuff, but it's pretty hard to notice, at least when we went there. Pretty hard to notice any rats when you just got to keep fucking moving.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
We had to have our kids in a fucking wagon, and I'm like pulling the wagon, and it's like, "Oh, you're running the wagon into people." I'm like, dude, like everybody's running into me. Fuck, I don't care who I'm running into. Like, this is crazy. Coming from, Wyoming and been to a couple big cities. I ain't never been to shit like that. It was crazy. It was cool, but it was too much for me.
Yeah, especially, yeah, I bet.
Like, if we wouldn't have had the kids, would have been totally fucking different. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
That was my one thing was like, we got to have the kids pulled behind us and shit. Yeah. And everything's expensive as fuck.
Oh.
Crazy expensive. Like, you fucking bitch about an $8 beer at a fucking stadium or at the event center or whatever. Yeah. How about $13 beer? And it's half of a beer.
It's a backwash from Texan.
Oh, it's fucking, who knows? You might be right. They might recycle that shit.
Well, obviously we're recording this on another date, but that doesn't really fucking matter.
It doesn't matter. People are still listening to it.
Yeah. So today there was this thing that came out, and
like today.
Yeah. There was a kid that unfortunately passed away from that one chip challenge.
What?
14-year-old.
Ooh, he had to be allergic or something.
I don't really know.
I would assume. We did it. Well, I didn't do it like you did it, but
they have warning labels on there
right
for a reason.
Yes.
And for the people that are listening to this that I don't know if you're underage or a younger crowd, don't get down with that new challenge or whatever the fuck it is.
Well, if you don't know, and I'm pretty sure younger people in general wouldn't know, but I mean, yeah, if you don't know, don't be eating shit you don't know.
Yeah. And, sitting here thinking about it while I'm talking about it, ooh, I mean, I guess that kind of falls along the lines of, like, when you was a kid and it was just like, yeah, well, no matter what, fucking, I'm going to do it anyway. You know what I mean? Type shit.
Yeah. I as far as that goes, I wouldn't have ever. I don't like spicy shit, man.
Oh, touche. Okay, well.
I just would have been like, but yeah. In general for other things like that, like, I don't know. I like to say I was a little more, not, I don't know. I didn't give in to stupid shit when everybody else did.
Well, you didn't start smoke. How did you start smoking?
Well, I did that myself. I didn't have, like, the buddy or somebody that was like, hey, try this. I was like, Well, I guess maybe I did. I had some older fucking kids that turned me on to smoking, I guess.
Ooh, see?
Yeah.
See where I'm going with this?
Yes. I do.
That's shitty to think about. You know what I mean?
Right, but I think it's a lot harder these days because of the fucking social media and shit.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, most definitely.
I gotta be cool and I gotta fucking make a video and shit like that. I didn't think about any of that shit. It was just the kid down the street that I was skateboarding with. It's like, hey, this gives you a buzz. Try this.
Yeah. Well, not all. Yeah. Going back to like the social media thing, like, you know, back then, be like, oh yeah, well, you know what I mean? Like, you would do stuff like other people would do, but you're in just like some sort of crowd. You know what I mean?
Right.
My voice is getting raspy, but like, and now like, oh yeah, fucking this, and then you put it out, and then it's on a platform that's like to so many different people, and
it's everybody.
It's
and
nuts, man.
I think I have kids and shit, and I'm only assuming, but I think that is a thing that's instilled in them now is like, I need to try to get famous. All I have to do is post a video that gets a ton of fucking views, and then I'm cool.
Yeah, you can thank Jake Paul for that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the
But you know
silver
what I mean?
spoon fuckers.
That's I don't know. It's sad in a lot of ways. I've seen too many stupid shit happen because of that. But
Yeah, the
not
Tide
talk about all
Pods.
that and- well,
Tide Pods.
kids getting beat up just so somebody can fucking take a video. Stupid shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Dumb shit. So.
Well,
Ooh.
that was not the. I was supposed to do the sad trombone. Wah, wah, wah.
So this episode is getting released September 10th.
Ooh.
Today, well, not today. Anyway, fucking September 10th is National World Suicide Month.
Okay.
Just want to let anybody know, and everybody,
Right.
if you got something to fucking say, reach out. That's all
don't
you gotta
hold
do.
that shit in there, man. It ain't good for you.
Like, I
People
know
care.
I know it's hard. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to say it right now. I tried killing myself when I was locked up. And oddly enough, I you know that gator crawl where you take the fucking sheet and you wrap it around your neck and then you roll around?
Yep.
Crazy enough, the fucking, either or. Reach out.
Right.
Life isn't that bad.
And it will get better.
That's right.
For real.
Today's actually Hug Your Hound Day, too.
Like a dog?
Yeah. This is the other thing that I don't understand. I mean, obviously I do write all this shit down and fucking da-da-da. But almost every time I do this, there's something related with a fucking dog.
Right.
Have you noticed that?
I am. You can ask fucking Annette, man. I watch AGT all the time, every year that they have one. And I'm pissed off at every dog freaking act. And well, you know, I had a shirt made, and I'm not the biggest fan of dogs. I like a dog, dude. I had a dog. I fucking love dogs, but I do not believe that dogs should be held superior to humans ever.
No.
Period. That's all I gotta say.
I was trying to think of something funny to go with there, too.
That's how I feel, man. I've seen too many instances where, hey, let's
Cujo.
Venmo this fucking kid that's got cancer and shit, gets like $150, and then somebody says, "Oh, my dog got a thorn in its fucking paw, and people donate 20 grand. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you guys.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, let's be real here. Cujo. I mean,
Dude, he was mean.
yeah,
He
Stephen.
fucking murdered people.
Yeah, Stephen King.
You guys never seen Cujo, all you
Yeah.
dog lovers?
I mean, have you have you never seen a fucking raccoon with rabies before?
Right? It's
Or a
an animal.
fucking possum? I'm pretty sure possums always have rabies.
Possums, they are fucking gnarly. I don't. My grandpa used. Sorry, PETA. My grandpa used to tell me to run him over with the fucking snowmobile when I was a little kid out in Wisconsin. It was like, you see them possum running them some bitches
Yeah.
over. Well,
Shoot
they
'em.
used to get in the grain silo.
Yes, sir. Yeah. You know what's crazy? Even though they look fucking so gross and everything, they kill insects, which is like beneficial. But either way, I don't want to fucking look at you.
Right? They're pretty fucking hardcore. They look scary, and they hang upside down by their tail and have little ones suck off their teat.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And Hank Williams had a song that's called Possum in a Tree. I'm listening to that when I go out to the garage. Today is also TV dinner day.
Oh.
So if you have a TV,
Eat some dinner?
yeah, dinner day.
No, I haven't had a TV dinner in a minute.
Me either.
I
But,
like Salisbury steak, bro.
well, ooh. Here,
The
we can go
Salisbury
down.
steak with the corn and the mashed potatoes, and then it usually has like the apple
Mm-hmm.
fucking thing. Yeah, I could get down with that.
You know, thinking about it. So what if you just eat like a home cooked meal for the TV? That's like a TV dinner too, right?
Right.
So how?
But because when it came out in the 60s, the first TV dinner was just a pop it in the microwave because the microwave was a fucking thing. And you could sit and watch TV while your food cooked.
I was just fucking computer work so I could figure out when TV dinners actually came out.
I'm going to say in the 60s.
The Hungry Man. Today's actually White Balloon Day too.
Ooh. It might have been like in the 50s. White Balloon Day?
Mm-hmm. National White Balloon Day.
The fuck does that mean?
Your guess is as good as mine.
White Balloon Day.
I'm not writing these articles.
Like
I should just. I'm just. You know what?
white people with balloons or just balloons that are white?
White Balloon Day. You know what I'm gonna do too. I'm just gonna start making up my own random fucking shit.
Right. I've always wondered that, dude. Who fucking makes this shit up? I've said it many a times on the show. Check out our old episodes, and you can fact check me. I've said it many a times. Who the fuck makes up all these?
Today is actually another national day, Swap Ideas Day. And here is one thing I want to say about this. I swap ideas with like-minded motherfuckers. Well, maybe not on a daily, but
But you can do it today.
yeah.
Today is the day for it.
And you know, I mean, I'm not gonna fucking bullshit about the only conversation I want to have somebody is, you know what I mean, something that is, you know what I mean,
Swappable?
yeah, beneficial,
Right.
you know
right.
what I mean. Holy
real
shit!
conversation.
Yes, that's what I was taking out of the swipe ideas thing. I fucking, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Wait, shit, we do that all the time.
It's,
We swapping ideas all the time.
well,
Off air.
today's our fucking day, I guess.
Yeah. 1950, some history for you. 1950, Joe DiMaggio Hit 3 home runs in a single game. That's pretty dope.
Hell yeah. He
Right
was
there.
He was a weird looking guy, man. Can't believe Marilyn Monroe got with him.
Did you see the shit about the Burning Man festival?
Yes, sir.
Holy shit.
The protesters and shit, or the mud?
The mud.
I saw both. Yes. Yeah, the mud's pretty gnarly. Fuck that.
How, I never understood the concept of the Burning Man thing. And I looked it up. It's like an art music festival type shit or whatever.
Yeah, everybody can express themselves. And all this. Originally, that's what it was all about. Just let's all fucking show up in the desert and party. And now it's all.
Now they're stuck.
Now it's fucking. You got to be rich to get your fucking ass in there.
Yeah. Oh shit! I bet. Well, hey, that's a goal of mine.
Right.
Any of you?
I'm gonna go to Burning Man one time.
I'm hashtagging all of this shit. Any of you wonderful listeners out there that are unfortunately stranded out at the Burning Man, and when you get to your airport or wherever you are at, if you would like to sponsor an amazing artist and podcast,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
you hit up that 3-wheel bicycle.
I'll come pull you out of the mud. I'll show you how to use boards and all that stuff. I've been in mud before.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they
Guys,
do.
I never tried to drive in no fucking wet night. You ain't seen shit.
I seen that fucking video of that Jeep or whatever.
Right? Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. That's another. Hey, it's another wonderful
First
thing
stage of
about,
horseshit.
That's another wonderful thing about coming from where we have came from, and when people want to talk shit about those country boys,
Right?
I remember one time when me and Jessica went to Denver and it was snowing. It was a blizzard, nonetheless.
Okay.
And we got tickets to Phase on Love. Fucking Perm from Friday.
Yep.
Well, there was no taxis that would actually bring us to that club. I don't remember which one it was. But anyway, it's like, fucking bring the car up here. Man, that was a pretty wild ride. Made it all the way down there and back, but still, man.
Yeah, it's fun. I've driven down I-25 with fucking can only see the front of my hood. 25 miles an hour. Like, yep, we'll get to Denver in 14 and a half hours when it usually takes 6.
6. Do you want to lead us out here with some of them funky jams, my man?
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that? Once again, for everyone lending us your ears. You're time traveling to the one and only Josh and his fingertips. Yeah.
We truly hope that you laughed, learned something. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I always have fun. And we truly appreciate Tammy for calling in. If you would like to call in, send us a message. It's that easy. Or an email. You could text. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But we just want to let you know that we truly appreciate your support, and we want to support you as well. Be sure to check out Vanderheiden Design on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. You just got to click that link down below, because then it has everything with the artwork, the podcast, all those social media links. We also have to thank Little Shop of Burgers,
Trailer Park Baker,
Active Light Photo, that's right, baby.
On-site oil, Boba, on-site oil.
That Kamikaze Kid.
Hell yeah. Hey, we're professional. Don't try this at home.
Little more than bugs. B Diesels. Two Bulls Tattoo. And what are the new ones? Tatas. Jam, that's right, baby. You can't forget about the Hissy Fits mobile smash room. Harden Fight Company. Elite Custom Apparel, Empire Hemp Company. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. Ooh, we can't forget about T-Hawk Studio. Casper Artist Collective. Like I said, we truly appreciate each and every one of you. Like, share, share it up with your friends. We truly appreciate your ear. I'm CVV signing off, and my main man,
Josh, and
we're up out of here. We'll see you guys next week.